I'd get a video of Deathslinger here for you guys, just so we can see how he plays and whatnot, because I know he got a nerf recently. But I want to do a video on just trying to give advice on how to deal with Deathslinger and whatnot, let alone just play him, because I know some people have a bit of trouble playing him and whatnot. So right here, I've got a video just for you guys. Of crows here, which is pretty rough map for Slinger, but luckily I've got a perk, Lethal Pursuer. I'm sure you guys know what it does, but if not, reveals the aura of the survivors at the start of the trial for a bit. So I'll at least know where to pressure and whatnot. Now I decided to go here just because I knew they'd be going to that generator, and I missed that shot hard. Now I thought I saw someone. Sadly I got a pallet instead, which is, a bit annoying, but what do you do? I got a bit greedy there. Now I also saw 3 people here, and I shot at the first one, shot at the second one, can't find the third one. She must be in the locker, and what do you know, she is. This is pretty good, due to the fact that you saved the best for last, didn't proc and whatnot. We didn't have any tokens, but that's alright. And now we get a pain resonance and the Scourge Hook Floods of Pain, just so we know where people are when they unhook. Kind of favour that over barbecue and chili, because people can hide in lockers or just inside your terror radius and you won't be able to see them. Now, one thing, this build is actually insane, so props to this guy. But with Slinger though, what I recommend is trying to take every shot you can within reason. Like if they're at, super far away, probably don't go for it. I'm a little bit more crazy, and luckily it worked. Now I also tried a little tech here, but you can actually swing at them and hit them when they're not directly in front of you. You can actually give it a bit of time and you can hit them when they're a little bit further in front of you. Luckily the bill gets struck here. Now the Killer Shack is actually one of your strongest points, just because there's so little counterplay when you're at the shack, and if you can hit your shots, it's not a safe place to be. You turn the one safe haven into a death trap for him. It turns out he ran away. Holding W is the strat against Slinger. Circle of healing, eh? Yeah, I'm wasting a bit of time, so I decided just to hit him and whatnot. I would have reloaded and gone for a shot and missed probably, but yeah, just get him. Now, one thing you'll notice is I actually tend to not pressure gens exclusively. I like to play a style of running around and shooting at everyone. I think that's more fun than just patrolling generators like a basic killer, because Deathslinger's not. This here is dirty. Look at that. Bam. So I knew she was going to go that way. There's only 2 ways she can go. To the left and, trying to avoid my shot behind the wall, or straight in front of me to the right. What sounds more reasonable. And right here, kabam, look at that. Oh, that is filthy. Yeah, anyway, what do you do, right? That was pretty good though. So holding W against Slinger, obviously is not the good thing to do. You shouldn't do it, but if you have to, it's the only thing you got, then you can do it, I guess. Now, also using height to your advantage actually works well, because when you fall and take a shot, the bullet itself still travels in a straight line. So the gun, like the projectile or the spear, won't fall with you. It'll stay in the air and go down to where it's supposed to go. So you can get pretty dirty shots there. It's pretty crazy. Now, one thing I notice that most Deathslinger players do is they tend to take shots every time they get one, which is, fun, you can do it, but preferably, only take shots it's close enough that you can get it. Like right there, he dodged my attacks, Bill did, so I just thought I best not do it. But when they're in animations of unhooking or booning totems or cleansing or doing healing or whatnot, they're kind of stuck in place. You can go for an easy shot. Now the Jill here had a plan in mind. I didn't know until right then, but it's all good. It worked out well in the end. Bit of mind gaming and look at that delivery. So with Slinger though, if you notice my playstyle, it's paced out. I don't go off chasing survivors into the middle of nowhere, although Slinger can do it. If I know that survivors are gonna dodge my attacks pretty regularly, I'm not gonna go like on a wild goose hunt trying to find them. There's no real point. Just play it slow, try and learn what they do. Now that Ryan there was a bit dirty. I expected him to keep holding W, but Bill's really good for the time being. So shots like that are actually really good. Anything that's a short distance away over a projectile's easy shot. I don't know how to explain that one. That one should have hit, but it didn't, but whatever. Now, this Bill, he's running me to a bit of a dead zone, but I do have a generator with me, so I'm happy to keep pursuing him here. I think I even go for a shot. I think that should have hit, but whatever, it didn't. Anyway, I decided to, only 3 gens down, 4 hooks. I decided to commit to this just for a bit, just to see how he plays. And he does something really well there. He actually walks forward to that groove there, just so he can get a bit of extra damage on the chain before I get to him. Now, most killers probably, would swing there and whatnot. With Slinger, I reload instead. No point swinging and missing and having to reload. Just reload instead and see what happens. You might be able to get a free bullet out of it, and an actual shot. Now he's running into a dead zone, a circle of healing, and I just think no point really. No point chasing him into a dead zone, nothing up there. She did really good. So I saw a pair of legs of the generator, and I'm playing like I didn't see him, and bam. Now this Jill did a problem here. One thing you should never do against Slinger is drop a pallet when you're healthy, because they can just break the chain, and look at that, you're injured. I mean, so right now, if you are healthy and the Slinger chasing you and you're near a pallet, don't drop it. Okay, if he's gonna shoot you, just hold W and save the pallet. Otherwise, if you drop it and he shoots you, well, he's just gonna break the chain and you get injured. It's a lose-lose. So that Jill played alright. Now this person here, I think they had sprint bursts. They're gone instantly. I did not see them at all. Anyway, I don't know where they went. I think they may have circled around to the generator, because as you can see here, there are no sparks. So I think someone, or at the very least that person, came back. Which is, interesting. I definitely would not have. Now, one thing you can do here, actually, is actually shoot the legs of the person. I think that mound of dirt blocked me, but you can do that. So when there's a person unhooking and they go behind someone, you can shoot the unhooker's legs and actually spear them and wheel them to you. I don't know if it's been patched, but I've done it before, and it works pretty well. Average player. So right now I'm getting a little bit stressed out. Well, not stressed, just worried a bit. 2 gens, 5 hooks, not looking great, but the Jane, she's actually, no, not Jane, yeah, Jane, sorry, she's dead. And she luckily was on that generator. Now she's just staring back at me, so she's either got dead hard or she's waiting for me. And right there, just simple geometry, I knew that she'd run into it. Now, because of my Scourge Hook perks, I was actually looking at where the other Scourge Hooks are, and as you can see, they're a bit ways away. Now, I was kind of hoping that someone would unhook the Yunjin in front of me, so I could actually hook on the Scourge Hook right there, but sadly I can't. What do you do? Bam, insta reload. So, Slinger is my favorite killer by a long shot. That and Clown, because of their unique playstyles. Clown's just strategy, it's very difficult, but I might do a video on that too. But Slinger though, he got a massive nerf back in 5.3.0 of the ADS, which is, kind of sad, but what do you do? Now, 1 generator, 1 person down, it's still winnable, and I notice it's Bill, and I'm like, alright, let's do this. That one there was my bad. I should have aimed a bit more further in front of him. Just geometry, it's how it works. But oh well. Now one thing I do here is actually go to the window, aim, and wait for him. Just a tad bit late. And again, I leave him. There's no point chasing him to dead zone. I need to defend these generators. If I chase him out of nowhere, I won't be able to. Yes, damage it, why not? Don't really have a choice. So I kind of didn't. I wanted the shooter there to just like break the chain, but yeah, I can't. I decided to just hit her and hit her again, just try and get rid of her, but yeah, it sucks. And they unluckily get it as I hook. That sucks. Now they both have adrenaline. I was gonna go for the shot, but the engine messed up. So never do this. Just if the slinger's got a bullet, don't crouch behind an object where he can see you. Even if you're not in his line of sights, if he can probably just like look around there and see your tootsies, don't. Like he's just gonna follow you now, and you know slinger's hard to juke. Now she did really well here. I didn't want to chase her because I had a person on the hook, and I was like, I'll see how it plays out. I might be able to get maybe 3 kills, if not 1, but I'm hoping for 2. I'm not gonna camp. It's pretty cringe, honestly. That's not 2019 anymore. It's cringe. Now the Bill, absolute baller, pops the door. I did not know what was going to happen here, and I thought, you know what? Yunjin, door is open. Where's she going to go? She's going to leave her alone and run away. This is one nasty shot. Ready? So I knew she'd only go left or right, and she wouldn't go right because she'd be in my field of view even more exposed. Most survivors tend to go to where they're less exposed. Like right there, why would she go to the right where she's more in front of me? Bit of a nod, let her know that's what happened. Just a bit of gameplay. When I get better clips, or I might do a video where it's just me explaining him a bit better, it might be more. I might be able to explain more. I'm gonna try and do like a 16 billion hour odds video as well, so I can like fully going in depth of Slinger, but gonna have to get more material. Anyway, that game was pretty good. I don't know if I explained too much here, but I'm gonna make a follow-up video just trying to explain more counterplays and whatnot to him, just so we kind of have a more general idea. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.